Yeah.
I wouldn't be standing alone tonight.
Yeah. Oh. And I landed it. There you go. See?
Yeah. We wandering off and shit, dog. Yeah. Finish my cup, then post some more. All across town, they're emotional. All they wanna know is what side you're on. Wouldn't be standing outside alone.
What's up, YouTube? I'm here building the Turnigy, which, as you know, is the same thing as the Kyosho Ultima SC. Of course, they have the patent now. Kyosho discontinued it, and Turnigy bought out the patent. But the point is, I wasn't going to really do a video of me building this, but after going over, the way everything's laid out, it's laid out in stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and everything's in a sealed bag. I like that because you tear open other kits' bags and then you put them to the side, and you're afraid a ball diff or a pin might roll out or something like that. With these, you could just close your bag right up, so that was a plus. Also, it was quality. This is a cast diff case, but it's a lot better than getting like a plastic one for two-wheel drives. Two-wheel drives definitely need a metal transmission. Now, like with this Arma, you have your metal diff gears, but you do have a composite diff case. But the gear pitch on these, even the Mega, they're huge. The teeth are huge, and on the 3S, they're even bigger. So no issues with that whatsoever when it comes to something like this. But I have had issues running 3S brushless in two-wheel drive rigs with the composite transmission gears. It's usually the idler gear in the middle that goes out, or the top one, the top gear, depending on how the transmission is set up. The top gear with the pin usually spins. This one has see this one right here, this on these two-wheel drives, if this was a plastic, the pin would usually spin through this. Or sometimes, like on the ECX ones, you lose the idler gear. If this was a plastic gear, you would lose this. And so two-wheel drive brushless 3S need steel gears. And so these are hardened steel, and this looks like a cast steel, which would be fine. And these are hard. It had hardened steel diff gears inside there. I don't know if you can hear that. And this actually comes with good grease. This is really good grease, thick. It smells like automotive grease almost. It's thick. It's going to work real good. I packed this pretty tight. That way I could have a little bit of a more diff action. I don't want it to be too loose with the two-wheel drive. It has O-rings on both sides, but there's no gasket here. I'm sure you can make a gasket here if you want to put fluid in here. But this thick grease, packed pretty tight, it should be fine. It feels really good and real smooth. But eventually, I don't know, maybe I will put a gasket here and try different kind of oils. But it's smooth. It's smooth both ways. And it's a quality piece. Now, this looks like Delrin. Yeah, this is a Delrin spur, so that's actually going to be strong. It's actually going to last quite a bit, but you can always get a hop-up steel spur. But I'm glad it comes with all these steel parts. We got the transmission case here, and like I said, everything's laid out in stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and you complete the whole pack without having to go any further. To me, it's a little bit different. Sometimes you get a Tamiya kit and it's a little bit all over the place, You got parts coming from this bag, parts coming from that bag, and it could be a little bit more confusing. This is a little bit more straightforward than the Tamiya. The parts list is small. What you don't get, like with Tamiya, which is better, is you could always grab your piece and put it right up because it's in real size. Like if it was a nut or a washer and you're not sure the complete size of it, you can just hold it up to the picture and it's the exact size. This one's not like that. But you don't really need it like that because each bag is labeled and each bag has the exact part, and you use bag for bag and then you move on. As you can see, I'm going to build build the, look, see, it still has a composite diff case on here because that's one of the upgrades they put on this version 2 was a metal diff case. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you that real quick. And just for a heads up, if anyone thinks that this might be like a low-end kit, this is a high-end kit. I mean, I'm not sure how much Kyosho was selling this for when they were selling it, but it was probably triple the amount. And it's straightforward. It's really straightforward, and the parts are quality. So don't let the price scare you. Right now it's only $68, and I think normally it would be like $120 or something like that, $128 for the kit. But don't let the price scare you because the stuff is quality stuff. You get Delrin stuff, you get anodized stuff, you get hardened steel gears. I mean, you get a good diff with a metal diff case. All the ball bearings come. You don't have to buy a ball bearing kit for it. It has ball bearings included in this kit. You can't beat it, guys. It's got good tires. These tires they feel good. I don't know how good they're going to do on certain surfaces, but the feeling of them, the look of them, they feel real good. I had to glue them, of course. They had to be glued, but that's no biggie. You always have to glue your tires. So let me get going with this, guys. I've already did the diff, and I'm going to do the transmission. I'm probably going to stop at stage number 4 today. And then maybe later on tonight, I might finish it, or Monday. All right, guys. Peace. Okay, so this was the gearbox assembly. It's really straightforward. You know, really simple, really basic instructions. This is a smaller book, like I said before, but it works real good. It's 32 pitch gears. It's got a Delrin spur, and it has a hardened steel pinion. I thought it was going to be 48 pitch, but it's 32. That's a plus. All my other two-wheel drive short courses are 48, like my Torment and my Helion Conquest SC. I think the Team Associated even has 48 pitch. I'm not positive. I have not gotten to the gearbox on that truck. That's one truck I've only driven about, I don't know, 10 times. And I've never had to do maintenance on it. So I'm not sure if it's 48 pitch or if it's 32, but I know this one's 32. So we're going to be running a 5200 kV 4-pole in it. Just the OC Day motor. And it's a lot of kV, I know. But gotta love all those metal gears, man. Metal everything in here. Metal diff gears, metal diff case, and hardened steel transmission gears, actually. That's really cool. But 5200 kV, and probably going to keep it on 2S though, because that's a lot of kV for a two-wheel drive. I think 2S will be fine with this motor, but you know, maybe I'll put it on 3S just to try it out. But off-road for sure is going to be 2S with this. So this is the assembly. You got your little quick release here to get into your slipper. You pop that off, get into your slipper. Yeah, everything's going together really, really, really well. And it's quality. There's no way you can get a better kit than this for less. So let me get on to the next stage, guys. All right, give me a second. Quick update real quick, guys. Just wanted to show, they use different kind of plastics, and this looks like a fiber blend, and it's real stiff. It's more of like a fiber blend or a graphite blend. The same with these. And then like on the arms here, this is a different kind of a blend. It's flexible. See that? Pretty cool stuff. On the Turnigy SC build, stage 5 is about to be started. Completed the steering mechanism, the A-arms, things like that, adjustable turnbuckles. And you know, every bag's labeled, numbered, so that makes it really cool. And stage 5, and then these would be the bags in stage 5, and everything's labeled here, the numbers if you have any problems. So it's really well laid out. This is kind of a smaller book, as I said before, but it's really well laid out. You know? So we're gonna get this chassis going, get this hooked on there, and then we'll go and do the rear next. But just a quick update, and this stuff is it's pretty good stuff, guys. Like I said, they use like a fiber reinforced composite, and then like on the arms they use a little bit more flexible stuff. Pretty cool. All right, peace.